So after a lot of requests, I've been asked to do a video tour of our boat, and I'll start here. We're on our HH52. It's about 2 months old now, and we've been on the boat for the 2 months living aboard. So it's not a show boat, and we're currently at sea on our way into Singapore. Maybe 2,500 miles in to travel so far. Helm area, and we've got the steering wheels where I can step on a button, have it upright, or I can push it inboard and then sit and look through the boat. Pretty handy in certain situations. All our nav gear at this helm, and we've got the same mirrored on the other side. So yeah, good system. We've got the lines for the boat are all stored in one of these rope lockers on each side. You do pull all the ropes out when you're sailing, and it does end up a little bit of a spaghetti factory on the floor. We've got our washboards in. We put those in at sea. It just feels more secure, like you're not going to fall overboard. Big swim platform, and then there's a ladder that pulls out the back there and drops into the water for swimming and so on. Dinghy on davits on the back here, and then that gets hoisted up. We've got buttons here that we can press to hoist it up. We've got a shower on the back here that we can pull out, and when you come out from a swim you can shower. And if you want to wash, we've got a little cupboard there that has a shampoo, body wash and so forth. Fantastic seating in the cockpit, our winches and all our lines and clutches, and both sides. And we've got all of this equipment matched on both sides. We've got dagger boards up and down, travellers, anchor winch, autopilot, bow thruster controls, extra instrumentation, the diesel engine, the hybrid drives, controls for that, and then throttle controls. At the moment we're just driving with the starboard engine in gear, and we've got that again as on both sides, except we've only got the anchor chain counter on the starboard side, and I prefer that side. It's just a little bit better visibility. Walking along the deck, the entire cabin top is solar, and these are all solar panels built in that you can walk on. In really calm conditions like now, they're scorching hot, so you got to wear shoes. But generally it's been fine if there's a little bit of breeze. And we've found that the solar is enough to run the whole boat generally. So brilliant. Really, really happy with that. Dagger boards, and you can see we've done a clear carbon finish. The whole boat's built of carbon. These are pre-preg carbon. And you can see they're a C dagger board. So they've got curved to the boards that go, they sort of scoop under the boat, that then gives a lift, which just increases performance. The longeron and all of that is all pre-preg carbon, Dyneema trampoline, super stiff, really nice to lie on. We've been lying on here each night. We're bringing up some pillows and just laying here. We've also got bean bags in the lockers. These are great big bow lockers. They're bean bags on top. We've got sails underneath, and then we've got bean bags on top, but they go all the way forward. And we've got sails ropes and so on. And we've also got the water makers in there, water maker parts. We've got the jack for the mast. And when I say the jack for the mast, the shrouds back there, there's no, I'll show you that, there's no turnbuckles. It's just rope. They're a synthetic textile stays, and then there are a loop that goes around. And then in that section there's load cells that then display on the instruments with the load in the rig. But then when you need to adjust the rig tune, a jack goes inside the mast. This panel comes off, a jack goes in, and you actually jack the mast up, and then wedges fit underneath. And we've got a whole lot of spare wedges. But that's the rig. Square top, 3DI, North mainsail, and all the sails we've gone with 3DI, so they're quite flash. The furlers, we've got 3 furlers, staysail furler, and then the Solent furler and the Janica furler. And we can take those off, which we've now just done. We had all of them up for this passage, but now the wind's conked out and we're almost in Singapore. That locker's locked. Hang on 1 second. And then this locker has got all of our boards. So we've got a 10.6 SUP, and we've got a windsurf, we've got an E-foil board, and then we've got a couple of 100 litres of jerry cans at the bottom as well. So mega storage. What else? Massive windows that open for fresh air, which is great. We'll go down this side. These are man overboard gear. Got these on both sides with a Danboy and flag and drogue and so on. Then we've got that to throw, which inflates. Barbecue, and we've got, that's a 230 volt AC Australian barbecue, fantastic. And cockpit area, great visibility. This is the saloon area. Fridge freezers, they're big drawers. We've got 2 of those. We've also got another freezer in the cockpit that's having a few troubles, so we're getting that changed, sorted, fixed. Galley, cool little things. There's the rubbish bin through there, which also comes through here. And electric to household, Bosch, microwave oven, air fryer, has everything in that unit, and then induction cooking. We've done the overhead cupboards as well. And then this is the island. We've got more storage all through here, and nav station with all our instruments and controls. It's all digital switching, so if I press that, we can turn things on and off, and we can monitor where we're up to with battery charge and so forth. Nav screens, they're all integrated to each other. Water maker, so we're currently making water, and that says we're making 100 litres an hour, or 118 litres an hour, 400 litre tanks, so it doesn't take too long to fill, and they'll just run off the batteries. So really, really awesome, that part of it. This is our TV lift, so if we want to watch TV, that's the TV lift up, and you can control the angle it's on and so on, which is awesome. We use that quite a bit. Also worth noting is that we've got Starlink on board, so we've got satellite connection, so it's awesome. So when we're close to land, it's cheap, unlimited, fast internet. Then we'll go down, this is the starboard hull, which is our guest hull. So we've got 2 guys with us at the moment, friends. That's the aft cabin, queen size bed, and there's the engine and charging gear all underneath there. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty civilized. We've got 5 air conditioners in the boat as well, so each cabin has its own air conditioning, and the saloon has aircon as well, or 2 aircons in the saloon. There's me, boiling hot. Haven't turned the aircon on, but that's the guest bathroom. And this is, we call it the workshop, and so I've got tools, all the tools and stuff in here, and I've got more tools stored underneath. But it also has bunk beds in here, so you can fold these out. And so Marcus is sleeping in here, but you can fold those flat, and you've got 1 bed there, and then you've got a second one on top. This cabin also gives you access through to the, called the DC tech space, so they're our house batteries. But then we've got all of the other electrical equipment in here. See if that works. But super neatly done. And what I love is that all of the equipment is labelled. So you know what's what. And it's even down to the through holes and so on that they put little brass or little metal plaques on everything. Now we'll go over to the other side. So going up, and then we can go down to the porthole. And in the porthole is owner's hull. That's where Deb and I live, our cabin. And so we've got our bunk in here. And there's good, you know, big hatches. We've got portholes. So we want to maximize airflow through. Heaps of cabinetry. Heaps of storage through all of here. And that's all cabinetry. That's all your clothes and linens. And I mean, we've actually got some food and so on stored in some of these as well. This is the washing machine in here, and it's a proper household washing machine for laundry. And then we've got our bathroom in here, or our head, which is super spacious, super spacious. You can fit 2 people in that shower. Yeah, great. And then behind this cupboard, you can open that up, and there's like the matching on as the other side, but those shelves come out and the panel comes out, and then you've got all the AC tech space in there. So that's a quick tour of our HH52, the first of the Aft Helm boats. Yeah, and these are, oh, sorry, that's another little thing. They're the emergency escape hatches. So if the boat were to go upside down, you can climb out those if you're trapped inside. And then likewise, there's also in the cockpit, there's a locker that opens from the upside down and inside out, like from the top and from the bottom, if you needed to get a life raft. But yeah, that is the tour. When I was doing this aft cabin tour, I forgot to introduce some of the important crew. There's Snoopy and Spencer. Snoopy's done about 60,000 nautical miles. Spencer's, he's a bit younger, he's only done about 45,000 nautical miles. But they've done a lot of sailing, those two. That was a quick tour of Miko, so hopefully you liked it.